taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Boilermakers will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Washington Huskies offense will get first crack at it today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them. Nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over.
Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
Got a man in the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's why he's going to be featured today and hopefully in these later moments in the season when you go win a Heisman.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense...
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives him a verbal, and this is the type of tap. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Boilermakers in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive play down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Woodhead. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. They're setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Makes the grab. It's Kingsbury. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. In this defense, its head is spinning. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all...
Looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Quick strike through the air for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Leonard. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going very up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
There he goes. Running through contact. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. The give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. The play-action fake. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And they
to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Washington!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Second down, they'll go to the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? He lost it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the side. The foot down and an excellent throw, too. The Boilermakers want to move quickly.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Boilermakers are rolling down the field. Wants to throw it. Right on the money on the slant. Touchdown, Purdue! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Right back to the well. Turning it on! They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. It's Snyder. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense. Fielded in the end zone, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his target down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go up top on second and short. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a play.
Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll go to work in the air on second down. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Woodhead. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a two-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. To the air on first down. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the the foot down for the first down. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 35. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. The big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And we're not used to seeing this from this offense. This offense usually clips at a really high level on 3rd down. They execute well. Tip your cap to the defense. They won that battle.
Washington trying to convert this 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback empties his backfield. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Calls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Lyle. They pick. Of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The offense in hurry-up mode. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Lyle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Gets the back moving.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Snyder. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Using the quick game. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
Trying to set up the screen. Breaks into the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
What a play call. You can feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness. This defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it. Get it to your running back. Let him do the rest. Chew up some yardage and make the big play for the offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Touchdown, Husky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. NC State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Raleigh. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game, but this type of win is a serious statement.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wants to throw on 1st down. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On the run, it's Leonard. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Finds a man on the left. There he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Purdue! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
This guy reminds me a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
Soft spot in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Washington! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. They'll go to the air on second and short. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. The connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Lyle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Third down play from the gun. Gets it out fast. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. They go back to work in the final period of this one. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The Boilermakers are on the move. With the catch, it's Lyle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Kingsbury. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time.
There he goes. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Washington coming to the line with another first down. To the air on first down. He'll take the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass.
Touchdown, Washington! And the stomping has commenced. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going.
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it. 42-yard line. And the Boilermakers will hustle to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Catch in the middle, it's Leonard. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Washington.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big complete. Breaks into the open. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down mark. Hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Snap in the shotgun. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Leonard. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it, 4th and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Fitted in the window for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He wants to throw it. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
The Huskies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop again. Guys on 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. Touchdown, Husky! And the punishment has been extended. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be